What is going on, guys? Digital Gamer here, and in today's episode of Smite 101 we're going to be going over what roles do what. So we're going to be talking about what roles should go where in Conquest, but what do these roles have to do in order to make a very successful team? Well, I'm going to be going over that in today's episode. But before we talk about all that, let's talk about the 5 roles that there are. There's Assassin, Warrior, Hunter, Guardian, and Mage. Now these are the only 5 roles that there are. But you do not have to play a role specific to the lane. You can go any lane with each of the role, but it may not be completely viable. That is just a warning before we actually get into what roles should be where. In this episode of Smite 101, I'm not going to be really talking about which classes can also go where. So I'm not going to be talking about the assassins also being able to go in the solo lane. That's going to be another video. But let's talk about the Guardian. Now the Guardian is usually the support type. But you can be mages, and there's also warriors that can even support. Now the support's supposed to go in the longer lane. In Conquest there's a short lane and a long lane. In the long lane is supposed to be a support and ADC. And ADC stands for AD carry. In the short lane it's supposed to be usually a warrior or a solo god. Now there even is mage solos. Then in the mid lane it's usually supposed to be a magic god. And in jungle typically it's supposed to be an assassin type. But there are warriors that can jungle and vice versa. You can really go any place with any type of the gods, but this is just the bare bones. So let's actually talk more about the different types of roles. The first one we're going to talk about is a support role, and supports are usually the Guardians. Now I actually played support this game, and I was carrying a Rama and I was getting him a lot of kills. And support is usually supposed to get the ADC kills. Then after a while the support really doesn't have to support too much because the ADC will be able to carry himself. But you still want to stay usually with the ADC and try not to take any of the kills. So since we mentioned ADC, we might as well talk about it next. What an ADC is usually the hunters, the ranged AD gods. Now what you want to do with them is stay with the support. And you're going to want to harass from afar and generally collect kills over time. Once you have enough kills, you'll be able to carry your team to victory. Let's go on to the other side of the map and talk about the solo lane. Now the solo lane usually consists of a warrior or a mage type. Now, what your job as a solo lane is to push the other enemy back. You're going to want to keep pressure on that lane, and you're going to want to push that lane. After a while, if you're destroying your lane and you got their turret, you can help out mid. So, since we're talking about mid, let's talk about who usually goes there. It's usually a mage type. People like Hebo, Aokong, and even Hell can go mid. But there are some AD gods that can go mid, and this is called a counter mid. Now, your job as mid is the same thing as a solo lane. Just push them back, and you're going to want to keep on applying pressure because the main objective is to take down that Titan and win that game. But you're also going to need some help from the jungler. Now the jungler gets the jungle buffs and mid camps, and what he does is he'll go to lane to gank. Usually getting the people in the lane kills so they can help out. Then once they rack up the kills, their lane will be easier. So if you have a successful jungler that helps out your team and gets you kills, that will make it even easier to win. That's really it, but you gotta keep one thing in mind. You always gotta play as a team. As long as you're always a team player, you guys should have no problem winning games. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this series. Put in the comment section down below which topic you'd like me to tackle next. But if not, I'm going to go over the fundamentals and gradually go over into the advanced topics with advanced tactics and which gods you can even go into counter lanes with and advanced tactics to pull on your enemies in order to ensure that you win. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.